It's been a busy summer for search and rescuers in Utah's Red Rock Country, and today dive teams from all across southern Utah practice to make sure that they will be ready for the next big emergency.
Yeah, the group gathered at Sand Hollow Reservoir for some very special training today, and that's where Ladd Egan is live, joining us with more on what these guys were doing today, and I guess these guys giving us a bird's eye view of what's happening underwater now, too.
Yeah, really letting us see what is going on underneath the water. And you could call this underwater CSI. These dive teams are not only training to locate and retrieve objects underwater, but also to document the scene and preserve possible evidence. An underwater view of what it's like to be on a law enforcement dive team.
Public safety diving is its own animal.
Deputy Daryl Cashin is in charge of Washington County's search and rescue team and says dive teams are crucial to their success.
There's a lot of water down here despite us being in the desert.
They're on front of the boat. He planned this joint dive team training at Sand Hollow Reservoir with the Utah Department of Public Safety, along with Washington, Paiute, Sevier, and Sanpete counties.
90% of the time, we're either diving for evidence or we're diving for a victim.
Today, divers train for retrieving both in a fake plane crash, which included navigating through the inside of a real Cessna airplane.
Most of the time, you can't see your hand on your mask when you're underwater, so it's all done by feel.
In this scenario, dive team members felt for the plane's flight data recorder, or black box, and carefully documented and preserved other evidence. Some of the dive teams come from smaller counties, which rely mostly on volunteers, which is why this training is so important. To treat every underwater operation as a potential crime scene.
To document the crime scene underwater as it would be done on the surface.
In years past, when these dive teams didn't have coordinated training like this, their focus was really just to get the job done, to go under the water and retrieve whatever it was they were looking for. But later on, if something was deemed suspicious and they needed to launch a criminal investigation, they didn't have any evidence. They didn't document the scene. So that's why this training is so important going forward, to help them preserve any possible crime scenes. And Mark and Shauna, these dive teams are mostly volunteers, so really great work, and neat to see them out here training to keep us all safe or to help us out if something bad does happen. Back to you.
For sure. All right.
We need them.
Yeah,
All right.
we do.